The BTS concert in Paris was sent into an uproar after Jungkook burst into hysterical tears on stage right after Taehyung embraced him and said, "I love you, Jungkook." This intimate moment between the couple instantly triggered hysterical screams from the tens of thousands of armies packing the entire stadium area. Jungkook and Taehyung continued their performance while both crying and singing under the spotlight. The large stadium cameras even clearly captured Jungkook's face, with his nose turning bright red from the intense emotional outburst. This emotional incident temporarily halted the song for a moment due to Jungkook's deeply shaken condition in front of the fans. The rare occurrence immediately went viral and topped global trending topics on various social media platforms tonight. Hi Army, welcome back to VFX. Today we've got another exciting update you won't want to miss, so stay tuned until the end. A very rare and deeply moving emotional moment just occurred amidst the glitz of BTS's grand concert held in Paris. The concert, which initially overflowed with roaring cheers of joy, suddenly transformed into a sea of tears when one of their youngest members, Jungkook, could no longer contain the rush of his emotions on stage. The incident, which took place in front of tens of thousands of pairs of eyes, instantly became the center of attention and spread rapidly across various social media platforms. The touching atmosphere reached its peak when Jungkook and his partner, Taehyung, were in very close proximity during the performance of their romantic song. Taehyung, noticing the shift in emotion on his partner's face, slowly approached Jungkook, whose eyes were beginning to well up with tears at that moment. Without hesitation, Taehyung immediately wrapped Jungkook in a very tight and warm embrace in front of all the fans crowding the stadium. Within that tight embrace, Taehyung whispered sincere words that instantly broke down Jungkook's emotional defenses. "I love you, Jungkook," Taehyung said with a tone full of sincerity and deep affection. Those short yet meaningful words from his partner instantly triggered the outburst of tears that the Busan-born singer had been trying so hard to hold back. Jungkook burst into heavy and hysterical tears shortly after the hug released, causing his performance on stage to momentarily pause due to the shortness of breath that overcame him. He appeared incredibly emotional, sobbing uncontrollably while trying his hardest to remain professional and continue line after line of the song they were performing. Tears kept streaming down his cheeks, creating a heart-wrenching sight for anyone witnessing it that night. Taehyung, standing by his side, could not hide his own sadness and emotion upon seeing his partner crying so intensely on stage. While continuing to sing with a voice trembling from holding back tears, Taehyung occasionally wiped away Jungkook's tears and offered comfort through his gaze. The couple ultimately performed the song while both were crying, creating a remarkably beautiful vocal harmony filled with a profound sense of sorrow. Seeing such an intimate and emotional moment between the couple, all the armies present inside the Paris stadium instantly screamed hysterically. The fans' cries were not just out of shock from seeing Jungkook cry so heavily, but also out of deep empathy and affection upon seeing their idol so vulnerable. The stadium, which had previously been roaring with encouraging chants, instantly turned into a clamor of weeping and sorrowful cries from the fans. Jungkook's intense crying caused his face, especially his nose, to turn bright red from holding back such immense sadness. The massive stadium cameras captured very clearly how Jungkook's red nose contrasted with his tear-dampened face. The visual of Jungkook crying until his nose turned red made the hearts of the fans watching sink, feeling deeply sorry for him. Despite crying hysterically with a completely red nose, Jungkook kept striving to deliver his best performance until the end of the song. The moral support provided by Taehyung at his side became Jungkook's primary strength to avoid completely breaking down on stage that night. Their closeness and their relationship status as a couple proved to be a powerful emotional anchor for one another, even during the most difficult moments. The other BTS members on the same stage also appeared to give the couple space to compose themselves without disrupting the overall flow of the concert. The professionalism shown by Jungkook and Taehyung, combined with the sincerity of their feelings, made that night's performance one of the most historic and unforgettable moments throughout BTS's concert career. This moment of embrace and hysterical crying proved how immense the pressure they face is, as well as how strong the love that binds them together is. The concert in Paris that night finally closed in a highly emotional atmosphere filled with warmth from every corner of the stadium. After the concert ended, The social media universe was instantly flooded with video clips and photos showing the dramatic moment when Jungkook cried with a red nose in Taehyung'S embrace. Fans worldwide continuously showered the couple with messages of support and love, hoping that Jungkook could soon smile again after releasing all of his emotions in Paris. The song being performed when that emotional moment unfolded was none other than Spring Day, one of BTS's most sentimental and deeply meaningful works. The lingering, melancholic melody combined with the soft piano chords at the beginning of the song seemed to serve as the perfect backdrop to draw out the emotions of anyone listening. The atmosphere of the Grand Paris Stadium instantly turned solemn and deeply moving as the first lines of the song began to echo through the air. The lyrics of Spring Day themselves are widely known to tell a story of immense longing, exhausting waiting, and the promise to meet again after passing through a long winter. For Jungkook and Taehyung, every line of the song seemed to reflect the long journey of their romantic relationship, which is filled with obstacles and the sharp spotlight of the world. When the melody reached the heartbreaking chorus, the emotional weight of the lyrics apparently became too heavy for Jungkook to bear alone. Specifically, the moment when Taehyung embraced Jungkook occurred exactly as the song entered the lyrics "Boga shipda," I miss you, sung with deep expression. The lyrics, which speak of a profound sense of longing and the desire to always be by the side of the loved one, felt incredibly real and alive through Taehyung's spontaneous action. The warm hug and the whispered words of love from Taehyung in the midst of those lyrics served as a reassurance that behind all their popularity, they are a couple who possess and strengthen each other. Approaching the end of the event, the stadium atmosphere was still shrouded in the remnants of emotion from the previous moving moment when the Met session or closing speeches arrived. When it was Jungkook's turn to speak, the Paris stadium fell completely silent, giving full space to the magne, who now appeared calmer though lines of exhaustion and traces of tears still lingered on his face. Holding the microphone tightly, he took a deep breath before finally starting to speak in a voice that was still slightly raspy. Honestly, tonight I feel very overwhelmed by all the emotions inside my chest. Jungkook began his speech, which was immediately greeted by loud, encouraging cheers from the fans. He looked around the stadium filled with a sea of light before continuing. Lately, there has been a lot of pressure and exhaustion that we feel behind the scenes. However, standing on this stage and seeing all of you, a tremendous sense of gratitude suddenly hit me to the point where I couldn't hold it back anymore. Jungkook's gaze then shifted briefly toward Taehyung, who stood not far beside him, giving a very sincere look of gratitude before facing the audience again. When Taehyung hugged me and said those words in the middle of the song, all of my defenses crumbled because I realized how lucky and in love I am with this man who is always by my side, and also with all of you, ARMY. I'm sorry for making you worry with my hysterical crying earlier, but those were tears of relief because I know, no matter how hard the road is, I have Taehyung and all of you in my life. Jungkook concluded, which was instantly met with a thunderous round of applause and emotional tears from the entire stadium. Leave your positive comments here. The best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.